Hi my friends, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day as we're going into the new year with new energy, new thoughts, capitalizing on the experience from the past. And this morning when I was working on my goals, I want to share with you a thought for the day. I found quite a nice quote from a gentleman by the name of Elbert Hubbard. And he said that responsibility is the price of freedom. That's Elbert Hubbard. Responsibility is the price of freedom. Elbert Hubbard. So, who is Elbert Hubbard? Elbert Hubbard was an American writer. He was born on the 19th of June, 1856 in Bloomington, Illinois, United States. And he passed away on the 7th of May, 1915. Elbert Hubbard, and he said once again that responsibility is the price of freedom. Elbert Hubbard. So I started thinking about this quote, and just some thoughts came to my mind. I started asking myself, what does freedom really mean? What does freedom mean to you? If you ask yourself that question, what does freedom mean to you? So I asked myself, what does freedom mean to me? And I've often thought about this question and this word freedom. We all want freedom, but to me, freedom means first of all, being totally financially free, where I have choice. I can choose how I want to spend my time, what I want to do every day. I can get involved in the activities that give me tremendous joy, like helping other people use their potential. Freedom means I can go on holiday when I want to go on holiday. I can help people financially who I want to help, give back to those that have helped me. I also want to give to charities. I want to help people that have been less fortunate regarding opportunities, that maybe haven't had the opportunities that I've had. So you've got to ask yourself, first of all, what does freedom mean? Freedom to me means as well being in total control and owning my own power. That means that whatever situations or circumstances I'm in, I choose how I want to feel and how I want to think. Being at a place where I don't allow other people or other circumstances or whatever I'm going through to determine my attitude. Now that's not so easy. That is not so easy. Like lately I mentioned in some of my previous videos, I started my own home-based business in August 2018, at the end of August, and it's challenging. It's challenging to stay positive all the time when I start thinking about my future and what I'm going to be doing and how I'm going to build the business. But freedom to me means being in control, where I'm choosing how I want to feel. So that's very important to ask yourself, what does freedom mean to you? And then I made some other notes. What is responsibility? You see, there's a price. According to this quote, there is a price for freedom. Freedom doesn't come easy. There's a price. And what does Elbert say that the price is? Responsibility is the price of freedom. So then we need to ask ourselves, what does responsibility mean? What does accepting personal responsibility mean? What does it mean to you? So what does it mean to me? To me, it means taking personal responsibility for everything in my life. So in other words, wherever I am in my life right now, in all areas of life, in my financial area, in my relationships, my health, my spiritual area, home, family, everything that's going on in my life, what it means to me is I take responsibility so in other words, everything that I've got in my life, I believe in terms of myself, I believe I've attracted to me, I have created based on my past choices. In other words, the choices that I made many, many years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, we know that every choice in life, every choice has a consequence. Choices have consequences. So for me, it's important to take responsibility and accept that everything that I've got in my life, things that I'm happy with, things that I'm not happy with, I take responsibility, and that's not so easy, because that means I need to look inside myself. I need to ask myself, what are some choices I made many years ago, maybe some patterns that I've got that I need to work on, behaviors that I need to change. So we need to face our pain. That's part of accepting personal responsibility and making different choices, choosing to do different things in life to get different results. So accepting personal responsibility is quite a thing to do. But the way I see that as well, I think that one of the most important things in life, well, for me, and what I want to teach people, is to take control of our life more, to be more in control of our life. And one of the keys to that is learning to take control of our power and our energy. Because we know that everything in life is created from energy and from power. Everything you see around you started as an idea, and once that idea got energized, it actually became manifested into the physical universe. So this requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of courage to take personal responsibility for our lives, not blaming anybody for anything in our life. But that's where true freedom lies, because if I take responsibility and I accept the fact that my choices brought me to where I am today, that means that I've got the freedom of choice, and I can choose to set goals. I can choose to think about how I want my life to be. I can choose the attitudes that I want to incorporate into myself. And that's where our power lies. It's really realizing that we have the freedom and the power of choice. We can choose. So coming back to this quote, responsibility is the price of freedom. Responsibility is the price of freedom. In what areas of your life do you need to accept more personal responsibility? And the best way that I can illustrate this quote from Elbert Hubbard, responsibility is the price of freedom, is basically just to illustrate it in this way. You see, if we move towards my front door, and I just have a look at my front door here, I have an iron gate. So I was just thinking to myself, when I don't accept personal responsibility, what I'm actually doing, I'm trying to find the answers outside myself. That's what I'm really trying to do, and I can't do that. There's no ways I can succeed if I'm looking for the answers outside myself. All that's going to happen, I'm going to get blocked. I'm going to constantly feel that my life isn't working. But when I accept personal responsibility, what starts to happen, okay, and this is the key. Personal responsibility is the key. So what happens, the moment I accept personal responsibility for my life, I'm able to open this door, this iron gate, and I'm able to step outside, right? And I'm able to be free. I can really be free. I can see the abundance in the world. I can change the way I think. I can feel differently because I am choosing to take control of my life through my power of choice. So that's the message for today. Let's accept personal responsibility, and let's understand that there's a price for freedom. If I want to be financially free, if I want to be more independent, where I can choose what I want to do with my time, my life, and I want to go on a holiday when I choose to, I want to spend time with the people that I want to spend time with, I want to buy the things I want to enrich other people's lives, or I want to have more time just to live my life how I want to live it. Same with you. If you want more freedom to do what you want to do, to have the things you want to have, to enrich people's lives, we must understand there's a price, and that price is responsibility. So that's the message for today. Let's remember that the key to having freedom is in our own hands, and we must take personal responsibility. And a big thank you to Elbert Hubbard. As he said, responsibility is the price of freedom. Elbert Hubbard. Now there's one last thought that comes to my mind. Like I said, Elbert actually wrote the quote when he was alive. He passed away on the 7th of May 1915. Now how important is it to document and to put down your ideas and to share them with the world? Because he put down this idea somewhere along the line, and because of that I was able to access that, I was able to learn from that, enrich my life, and pass the information on. So never underestimate the power of putting your thoughts down on paper, creating a video, sharing your message with the world. You never know where that message is going to travel to, who's going to read it, and whose life is going to be enriched. So I wish you a wonderful day, and let's remember there's a price for freedom. Let's take responsibility and let's work towards having and living the ideal life that we think about and dream of.